Hi everyone, today is Monday, July 25th, so this will be posted tomorrow, the 26th. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Today's class is going to be all about taking care of our quads, so the four muscles in the front part of your thigh. And a lot of times these muscles are very tight, especially if you walk or run a lot. So if you're a runner, this will be a great class for you. What you're going to need is you're going to need blocks to help raise the floor up to you, and also we're going to sit on the block. You may need a blanket or a towel roll, and I'll show you what you may need it for later, and either a wall or chair to help you balance. So that's it, let's get started. Go ahead and start off laying down flat on your tummies. Lay down flat, stack your hands, elbows go wide. Bring your awareness onto yourself and onto your breathing. And my quote today is, "People that love you care about how they make you feel. The end." People that love you care about how they make you feel. The end. And I'm not adding any more to it. I think it explains itself. But just keep that in mind. Take a couple more breaths right where you're at. Slowly start to wiggle your hips a little bit side to side. And then you're going to slowly come up onto your forearms. But when you come up onto your forearms, make sure you engage your legs. Squeeze your tush, pull your belly to your spine. Elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Forearms are parallel to each other. Fingers are spread wide. And just take a couple breaths here in Sphinx. So starting to ease into opening that hip flexor area, which leads into your quads. And then next exhale, slowly take those elbows wide, stack the hands, lower on down, wiggle those hips again. Go ahead and kick your right heel toward your bum. Reach that right arm back. If you can grab that right heel, foot, ankle, pant leg, great. If not, just keep reaching that right arm back. So we're just getting a quad stretch here again. Let that head keep resting on your hand. Breathe, breathe, breathe into that right quad. And then release that right ankle or foot, bring the right arm around, wiggle those hips a little bit. And then kick your left heel towards your bum, reach that left arm back. Again, if you can grab the foot, ankle, or pant leg, great. If not, just keep reaching that left arm back. Rest your forehead still on that right hand now. And then release that left foot. Take your arms down by your side. Wiggle your hips. Palms are facing down. And then you're going to bend both of those knees. You're going to lift your chest, lift your head, reach those arms back. If you can grab the legs, great. Come into bow. If not, just keep reaching back and keep those knees bent. I'll turn sideways so you guys can see as well. And then exhale, release and fold. Wiggle those hips a little bit. And we're going to do that one more time. So when you're ready, bend those knees, reach those arms back, lift the chest, lift the head. You can stay here, or if you can grab those ankles or feet, go ahead and come into bow. Keep your gaze down at your mat. exhale, release and fold. Wiggle those hips a little bit. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and press onto your hands and knees. Take those knees wide, toes together, push back to child's pose. Take a couple breaths in your child's pose. And then come on up into tabletop. Grab a block or make sure you have a block handy. And line it up so that your ankles are right behind your knees. Your knees are about hip distance apart, and also your ankles are about hip distance apart. So line up right behind each other. So if you can sit back down on your block. So just tuck that block underneath and just sit there. So this is a more gentle quad stretch. If one block is not enough, you can certainly tuck 2 blocks underneath and sit on 2 blocks. So we're just easing in again to more of a quad stretch. Sit here nice and tall. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart center. Set your intentions for today's practice. Blink your eyes to open. Lower the hands on down. Come up. Back up to tabletop. Set your block aside. You're in your tabletop, then exhale, round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Take the cat pose. And then next inhale, drop that belly low, lift the chin up. One more time, exhale, cat. And then inhale, cow. And then you're just going to kind of move forward to like an up dog. You're dropping your hips down towards the earth. Your toes are still untucked. And then you're going to push back to child's pose. And then we're going to move back up into a modified up dog. And then back to a child's pose. I'll turn sideways so you guys can see as well. And then up, inhale for a modified up dog. Squeezing your legs, keeping them active. Exhale, back to your child's. And then one more time. Inhale to your modified up dog. And then back to your child's. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. You're going to grab your block again. This time you're going to have your knees towards each other or closer together and your feet wider. So you can see my feet are to the outside of my legs. Then again, you can tuck that block underneath your hips and sit there, or 2 blocks underneath your hips and sit there. If you have a little bit more flexibility or range, or your quads aren't that tight, you can sit your bum all the way down between your feet. Again, knees are together, feet are wider. Sit here and just take a couple breaths. Bring your left ear to your shoulder. Bring your chin to your chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Head and neck back up. Go around the other way. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Head and neck back up. Go ahead and come forward onto tabletop position. Shake it on out. And then we're going to sit back on that block again. If you did that, knees closer together, feet wider, or if you sat all the way in between, you can do that as well. This time I'll sit on the block just so you guys can see. Sit nice and tall. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, lean all the way over to the right, or to the left rather. Inhale back up. And then left arm comes up, lean over to the right. Inhale back up, exhale that arm down. If you want to take your fingertips behind you a little bit to deepen that stretch to those quads, you certainly can. or you can stay just sitting upright. Then next inhale, come back to your tabletop. Bring that block out. You're going to tuck those toes under, lift your knees and hips up and back, and come into your downward facing dog. Bending your knees one at a time. And then inhale that right leg up into the air. Bend that knee, open the hip. Getting again a little bit of a quad stretch there and a hip stretch. Straighten that leg out, lower it down. Same thing left side. Inhale that left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten that left leg out, lower it down. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, step it on through between your hands, dropping that back knee down. You can grab your blocks if you need them, or you can just lean in deep, coming into Anjaneyasana or crane pose. Hands can stay on your knee, or they can stay on the blocks, or they can come all the way up. Wherever you want to go, but you're opening up that left quad, left hip flexor. It should feel so good. You can stay here in your Anjaneyasana, or if you want to add a twist, you can twist your body to the right. Hands can stay just on your thighs. Just opening up a little bit more on that left hip flexor. Inhale back to center. Plant those hands down. Step that right foot back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog out a little bit. And then inhale that left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten that left leg out. Step that left foot on through, dropping that back knee down again. Hands can come to the blocks or to your knee. Lean deep into that left knee now. Or the arms can come up. Wherever you want them to go. Again, you can stay here. If you want to add a twist, you'll just twist your body to the left. Hands can stay down on that leg. If your arms are up, you can bring them to prayer. Inhale slowly back to center. Plant those hands on down. Step back into downward facing dog. And get your dog walking on out a little bit. And then inhale that right leg back up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten that right knee, shoot that right leg through. And then you're gonna rise all the way up into crescent lunge. So you're on those back toes. The back foot is not flat, you're on those back toes. So again, opening up that left hip flexor. Stay here, take a few breaths. Bring your hands to prayer. Go ahead and twist to the right again. You can stay upright with your twist, or you can tip that left elbow towards that right knee. Inhale and wind back up into crescent. Plant those hands down. Walk that right foot off to the outside edge of your mat. Toes turn off, heel stays on. Drop that back knee down. Go ahead and lean deep into that front leg. So you're opening up that left quad. You can stay here if this is enough for you. If you want to go a little deeper, bend that left knee, reach around, and go ahead and grab that left foot with that right hand. Give that foot a little bit of a tug. Turn sideways, too. So it'll be like this. This is a huge quad stretch. Should feel good. Release that right foot. Slowly untwist back to center. Lift that back knee up. Hold here in your lizard pose. Just for another breath or two. And then you're going to step that right foot back in a downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. Inhale that left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten that left leg, shoot that left leg through. And then you're gonna rise up to your crescent lunge again. You can stay here, you can have your hands on your hips, but focus on that right hip flexor, right quad, getting a nice big stretch. Arms can stay upward. If you want to add the twist, you can bring your hands to prayer, twist to the left, or you can add the dippy twist and bring that right elbow towards left knee. Slowly untwist back to center, arms back up into full crescent. Exhale those hands on down. You're going to go ahead and walk that left foot out to the outside edge of your mat. Toes turn off to a 45, heel stays on. Drop that back knee down. Lean deep into that front knee. And you can stay here if you like, or you can kick that right heel to your bum and twist and reach that left arm around and grab that foot. So it will look like this. Slowly release that right foot. Bring the hands back around. Lift that back knee up. Stay here in your lizard. And then next inhale, step that left foot back, coming back into your downward facing dog. Walking that dog out again. Inhale that right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten that leg out and then swing that right leg forward. Drop the back foot down to a warrior two foot. And then you're going to cartwheel up into warrior two. Front view, side view. And then go ahead and make sure you have a block handy, okay? And you're going to take your block and put it in front of your right foot. Then you're going to start to tip your fingertips and reach to that block on the high setting. And then you're going to start to slide that back foot in. So you're on your toes, it's kind of sliding in, just moving back a little bit. And then you're going to take that block to the outside edge of your mat and about a foot or so in front of that right foot. So you can stay here, it's going to come into a half moon pose. Then you're going to try lifting that left leg out, open your chest to the side. Reaching that left arm up for your half moon. You can stay here. If you want to get more of that quad stretch, you'll bend that top leg. Grab that foot or the ankle. And then take half bound side angle. Breathe, breathe. Then release that foot, come back into your half moon. Slowly bend that standing leg, lower that left foot back. You're back in your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands on down, turn onto those back toes, and then step back into your downward facing dog again. Walk the dog out a little bit. Then you'll inhale that left leg up into the air. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten that left leg out, step that left foot through, plant the back heel down, and come into warrior two on the left. Reach nice and long. That left block can be placed in front of your left foot. You're going to start to hinge at your hip, reaching that left hand for that block. Then start to shift the weight to that left foot, dragging that right foot, those right toes along the mat. Move that left block, so it was like this right in front, and move it to the outside edge of your corner of your mat. Then start to open that body out to the side, taking that right arm up, and you're in half moon. You can stay here in half moon, or you can bend that top leg, grab onto that foot if you can, and then take your half slowly come back to half moon. Slowly bend that standing leg, lower that right foot down. Come back into your warrior two pose. Then cartwheel your hands end down. Step that front foot back into downward facing dog. Drop down onto your knees. Take those knees wide, toes together. Push back to child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come back to tabletop. Make sure you have both of your blocks. And I would start with them on the high setting because we're going to do camel pose. So your toes are going to be tucked under like this. So you got some space between your ankles and the floor. If that is taxing on your ankles, this is where you can put a rolled blanket or towel underneath here just to give them a little bit of support. You can roll it as thick or as low as you want. It just gives them a little support. Then you're going to take your blocks and you're going to put them to the outside of those feet. So I will turn so you guys can see the back view as well. Okay? Blocks are going to be right to the outside of those feet. Okay? Your hands are going to be on your hips. You're standing nice and tall. You're squeezing your tush. You're pulling your belly to your spine. You are going to slowly lean back with a nice long spine. And then you can reach your hands back one at a time for those blocks. Your head and neck can stay upright or you can let the head and neck fall back. It's whatever feels better for you. Take a few breaths there. I'm going to turn it sideways so you guys can see better. Okay. And then engage your core, squeeze the tush even more. Come back up. Woo. You can lower the hands and down, just come into tabletop, shake it out. We're going to do that one more time. So come back up on your knees. Hands to hips, squeeze the tush, pull the belly in. Start to lean back with that nice long spine. Reach the hands for those blocks. Puff up your chest, and again, you can keep your head or neck up, or you can let it fall back. It's whatever feels better for you and your body. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. If you want to go down onto your heels, you can. If you want to flatten the tops of your feet down, you can. It's wherever you want to go. And then again, engage the core, engage the glutes. Rise back up. Plant your hands down, come into tabletop, and just shake it on out a little. Shake, shake, shake that booty. Keep those toes tucked under. Lift the hips and knees up and back. Come back into downward facing dog. Walk it on out. And then you're going to look forward at your hands. You're going to step all the way through, either a big giant step or a couple baby steps. Ending in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale, rise all the way back up to a seam, reaching those arms out and up. Exhale. Exhale to mountain pose. Close your eyes. Take a couple breaths here in your mountain pose. Blink your eyes to open. This is going to be where we're going to need our other balancing pose. So if you want to grab your chair or move to a wall, this is when you're going to go ahead and do it. So you're going to face your chair or your wall straight on. You are going to kick your right heel towards your butt. Go ahead and grab that right heel or foot. If you can't grab it and you want to use a strap here, you can wrap a strap around the ankle and hold the strap in your hand. So you got this right here. Then you're going to start to lean forward. And actually you want to take your hand, once you start to lean forward, and shuffle it around to the inside of your foot, not holding the outside. So that way you externally rotate that right shoulder. Start to lean forward. You can keep that left hand on your chair to help you with balance, or if you want to come into dancer, you can lift that left arm. Anywhere you want to go, but just breathe. Slowly, start to lower down. Walk it on out. I lost my balance. Then go ahead and we're going to switch to the other side. So I'm just going to turn my chair. Okay? This time you're kicking your left heel towards your butt. Grab that foot or wrap your strap. Right hand stays on the chair. Switch the grip of your hand to the inside of that left foot so that left shoulder is externally rotating. Then go ahead and lean forward. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can raise that right arm and find your balance in dancer. Slowly lower the right hand. Stand back up. Release that left foot. Walk it on out. And then just because it feels good after a balancing pose, take a down dog on your chair. Just slow everything back down. Then slowly walk back to your chair or your wall. I'm just going to set my chair aside. And then you're going to come on down into tabletop. Shake out our hips. And we're going to take half pigeon. So a half pigeon, you're going to bring the right knee behind that right wrist. The right foot moves about a half a foot behind the left wrist. You're going to extend that left leg back long. You can stay here on your hands, or you can fold down onto your block or a bolster or the floor. So you would typically think of this as a hip opener, which it is, but it's also a great hip flexor quad opener. So we'll turn sideways so you guys can see it too. So it's like this, right knee behind the right wrist, right foot is about a half a foot behind the left wrist. Extend that left leg long, again stay here, or you can fold on down. Close your eyes and breathe. If you're leaning forward on your forearms, come back to your hands. Tuck the back toes under. Lift that right leg up and back into three-legged dog. And then you can do some hip circles. Move the other way. And then come back to down dog. You can move to half pigeon from your down dog by bringing the left knee behind the left wrist. Left foot is about a half a foot behind the right wrist and stretch the line down the left leg or the right leg long. Or if you want to come from down dog to tabletop, then left knee behind left wrist, left foot behind right wrist. Stretch that back leg long. You can stay on your hands or you can fold forward. Again, we typically think of half pigeon pose as a hip opener, and it is, but it's also a right hip flexor opener when you're on the left leg. Your left leg is forward, it's the right hip flexor that's getting opened as well. If you're leaning forward, go ahead and come back to your hands. Tuck those toes under. Lift up, come back in a three-legged dog. Do some hip circles. The other way too. Lower that foot down, back to down dog. Then drop down onto your knees. Knees wide, toes together, take a child's. Then come back up to tabletop. Swing those legs around. And you're going to lower on down with your knees bent, feet are flat on the earth, about hips and distance apart. Arms are down by your side, palms facing down. So we're going to take a few bridge poses here now. So when you're ready, inhale, press those feet down, lift the hips up. Again, hip flexor opening, quad opening. So you can stay here with your feet flat. If you want to create greater opening or greater space, lift the heels up and come onto your toes. Breathe, breathe, breathe wherever you are at. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Rock those knees side to side. And then come back to center. We're going to do that one more time. So when you're ready, press the feet down, lift the hips up. Again, you can stay here if you'd like to come up onto those toes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Then next exhale, slowly lower down. Rock those legs side to side. Come back to stillness, pull those knees into your chest. And again, rock side to side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg down to the earth. One more last opening to that left hip flexor. Add the twist, take the right knee, cross it over your body to the left. Reach the right arm out to a T. Inhale, back to center. Pull the left knee underneath the right, rock side to side. Keep the left knee, inhale the right leg up. Exhale that right leg down towards the earth. And then add the twist, left knee crosses over the body to the right, left arm out to a T. Inhale, back to center. Pull the right knee underneath the left. Arms come out to a T, palms face up. Extend the legs up to the sky. One at a time, bend those knees back into your chest. One at a time, lower the feet back down to the earth. Stretch your legs out long. Bring your arms down a little bit and settle in for Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana a little longer, please do so. If you need to get moving, start to deepen your breath. Move the fingers, move the toes. Slowly roll off to one side. Pause there. And when you're ready, bring yourselves back to a comfortable seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thanks everyone for practicing with me here today. I greatly appreciate all your love and all your support. Remember, people that love you care about how they make you feel. The end. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. And may your minds be at ease. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Love and hugs from me to you. Bye guys.